evening and welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. Today is Tuesday, September 6, 2016. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, Governor Haslam will call a special session of the General Assembly to hopefully pass legislation that will prevent the state from losing significant funding in federal highway funds. The Tennessee Walking Horse National Celebration concluded Saturday night in Shelbyville, and the Tennessee Emergency Management Agency has apologized for last Thursday's statewide emergency test alert. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
All I have to do to think about what I was physically before and what I am now, and I don't ever want to go back to that original situation.
The overall mission of the rehab team is always what is best for the patient and how we can facilitate maximum potential from every resident.
Well, the most important thing to me is that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do, you know.
Everyday miracles at Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
So you've been meaning to do something healthy, commune with nature, get outdoors and meet new people. We have the perfect solution. Come hike with us. You can find a Tennessee Trails Association chapter near you, including Clarksville, Columbia Franklin, Highland Rim, Jackson, Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Memphis, Murfreesboro, Nashville, Plateau at Crossville, and Upper Cumberland. We're on the web at TennesseeTrails.org. It's fun, it's stress-free, and it's good for you. See you on the trails.
Welcome back. Governor Bill Haslam has announced he will call an extraordinary session of the 109th General Assembly to consider legislation preventing the loss of $60 million in federal highway funds after the U.S. Department of Transportation deemed the state out of compliance with the federal zero-tolerance drunk driving statute. Haslam said, quote, "We are disappointed in the U.S. Department of Transportation's decision. The state made clear to federal officials that while it disagrees with the interpretation that Tennessee is out of compliance, any such perceived impact of the law was inadvertent and could be fixed in January 2017. To avoid any negative impact to the state, I will ask the General Assembly to convene in a special session and clarify state law in this matter," end quote.
Last month, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration notified the Tennessee Department of Transportation that 2016 Tennessee Public Chapter number 1030, which passed overwhelmingly during the 2016 legislative session, signed by the governor and actually strengthened penalties for DUI offenders aged 18 to 20, puts the state out of compliance with a federal zero-tolerance drunk driving statute that conditions certain federal highway funding on compliance with its provisions. The NHTSA indicated Tennesseans would permanently lose $60 million if it remained out of compliance as of October 1st. Haslam will issue an official proclamation calling for a special session in September in the coming days to clarify Tennessee code to remove any question of compliance with the federal requirements relating to federal aid highway appointments.
7 horses entered the ring Saturday night in Shelbyville, vying to be the 78th World Grand Champion Tennessee Performance Walking Horse. As expected, crowd favorite Honors ultimately took the spotlight ride and was crowned the 2016 Grand Champion. Honors was trained and ridden by Larry Edwards and owned by Keith and Dan McSwain of Atlanta, Georgia. It was a sweet win for the horse and its owners. Honors was the 2012 World Grand Champion 4-year-old and is arguably the best performance horse of all time. It was a long road to the championship for Honors, who had repeatedly been disqualified from competition by federal inspectors after his 2012 win as a 4-year-old. However, numerous examinations by independent equine veterinarians, including vets at Louisiana State and Auburn universities, deemed the horse to be sound. Earlier this year, the McSwain sought and received an injunction from a federal court prohibiting USDA inspectors from barring the horse from showing until they offered proof of their claims that Honors was unsound. To date, the USDA has offered no proof, and Honors was able to take the blue ribbon as the 2016 Grand Champion walking horse.
The Tennessee Emergency Management Agency has apologized for last Thursday's statewide emergency alert test after thousands of people received alerts on their mobile devices which failed to mention it was only a test. The purpose of the test was to assess the readiness and effectiveness of the system to address the public during times of emergency. TEMA Director Patrick Sheehan said, quote, "We have received calls and messages from hundreds of Tennesseans letting us know about problems with receiving messages and the concerns caused by the messages received. In many instances, the caveats that the message was part of a test were not received, making it seem like an emergency was imminent. While many are understanding, knowing that we need to test our systems, many have voiced their concerns about the angst this test caused. Please accept my sincerest apologies for any inconvenience today's test caused." Sheehan added that in the coming days and weeks, TEMA will be reevaluating their protocols and systems and will not be conducting any public tests of the system in the foreseeable future. And stay with us. We'll have more Newsleader on 6 right after these messages.
Have you heard the news? The Russell Barnett Automotive family has launched its new and improved website. That's russellbarnett.com. With over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, then look no further than russellbarnett.com. Online service appointments, customer testimonials, and vehicle history reports, this website has it all. We are the largest Middle Tennessee family-owned dealership with 5 locations to choose from. russellbarnett.com, and why buy anywhere else?
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home, our family caring for your family since 1932.
Mayor Lane Curlee is challenging Tullahoma area citizens to join him in a walk across Tennessee, and you don't have to leave Tullahoma. This fall, get fit by putting one foot in front of the other and walk across Tennessee. You'll win prizes, get weekly fitness tips, enjoy fun weekly walks with local personalities, and you'll feel great getting fit. We want businesses, churches, families, and friends to form a team and join Walk Across Tennessee. Starts August 21st and ends October 15th. Take the first step to a healthier life and join this free program.
Welcome back. Prior to the completion of the World Grand Championship class on Saturday night, Celebration CEO Mike Inman informed the crowd that the Foundation for the Advancement and Support of the Tennessee Walking Show Horse, or FAST, had met their initial $500,000 goal in the Legal and Preservation Fund. FAST has been raising money to help with the legal fees associated with the industry's response to the USDA's proposed rule that would eliminate the pad, action device, and hoof ban. The rule would also virtually eliminate horse shows with the cost and demands placed on them as part of that rule. In addition, the rule would eliminate industry HIOs and turn all enforcement of the HPA over to the USDA and its new licensing program of horse protection inspectors. Let's watch CEO Inman's comments.
Mark, thank you everybody for attending this year's celebration. A couple quick notes. Just before the stripping of the saddles, we got the news that our challenge of $14,000 was reached. So that kicks in the pledge. We have achieved $500,000. And as Mark said, the horses are up this year. Last year we saw the trend to start. For the first time in 4 years, we had more horses coming through the gate in 2015 than we had the previous year. The decline had been 4 years. Last year we had 84 more horses. This year, as Mark just said, our number coming down the chute and in the ring exceeded last year's total by exactly 250 horses. I don't get to see much of the horse show, but I see a lot of what's going on. And I learn more every year about the magic of the celebration. The horse is the heart. It's the soul, no doubt. But it's everything else that surrounds it that makes the celebration what it is. It's the usher that helps you to your seat after 20 years. You know where the seat is. He knows where the seat is, but you visit. It's the civic club member at 6 o'clock in the morning coming here to prepare food so you have something great to eat at 7 o'clock and raise money that goes right back into the community. It's a high school kid that dips a big scoop of ice cream just like the way they'd want it and serves it to you. It's a sweet lady with a smile that gives you the official beverage of the celebration, a yellow bird on a hot evening. It's spending weeks and months trying to find that perfect hat to wear on that first Saturday night, and the smiling faces on the Jumbotron when we play Uptown Funk for everybody to look. It's honoring our veterans. Not saying we appreciate our veterans, but it's honoring our veterans every Friday night. It's celebrating our country and our flag in the most beautiful way we can ever see it, under the spotlight, aboard a proud Tennessee walking show horse. It's seeing dozens of our law enforcement surrounding the area in such a personable and friendly way, so strong in helping us feel safe. Let's give our law enforcement officers a hand. That is the celebration, the magic of the celebration. It's about respect, honor, appreciation, our local community, and our horse community. It is like nothing else I've ever experienced. It's something that can't be explained. It can only be experienced. We experienced it again tonight. The celebration, like nothing else. God bless each and every one of you, and God bless the great Tennessee walking show horse. Thank you.
We'll be right back after these messages.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. It's a Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
It's time for every family and business in Tullahoma to go green and recycle. Tullahoma Public Works makes it simple and easy to recycle. Just place your recyclable materials, paper, plastic, aluminum, and cardboard beside your garbage container on the same day your garbage is picked up. Your recycled materials don't have to be in a fancy container. Recycling is not only the right thing to do, it makes sense. Recycling pays. Paying to bury our garbage costs each of us. Please do your part. Let's go green, Tullahoma, and recycle.
Welcome back. The 2016 Alzheimer's Walk is coming up this Saturday. Peggy Burton spoke with Cindy Richards about the event.
My mom died with Alzheimer's, and I know a lot of people out there affected with this horrible disease. So we're talking about the Alzheimer's Walk, which is coming up. When is that?
It is going to be next Saturday, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, September 10th. I can't believe it's already time for the walk.
September, I know. Labor Day weekend, and then it's time for the walk.
Yes.
And you all been doing this how many years?
Oh gosh, I honestly don't know how long the walk has been here. I have probably...
It's not a test, so it's okay if you don't know.
Good, because I would fail. I've probably
several
done the
years
walk,
though.
Yeah, 18 years at least for me, myself.
Well,
so.
it's a wonderful thing to do, and I know it's about awareness.
Exactly.
along with trying to make a little money. So tell me where it starts, where it ends, and all that.
Sure.
It's on the 10th.
Saturday morning, September the 10th. Registration is going to begin at 8:30. We're going to be at South Jackson Civic Center.
That's on Jackson Street, if you don't know.
Yes, we'll have booths set up. We'll have different kinds of fun activities. We have a kids zone, so there'll be a bouncy house so your kids can get all wired up before you go for the walk and get all excited. Around 10 o'clock, we'll start opening ceremonies, and as soon as those are done, we will start our walk.
Sort of what happens at the opening ceremony? Do you talk about why you're doing it and stuff like that?
Yeah, there'll be information about what we're doing the walk for, like you said. Some different things will happen. We have what's called our Promise Flower Garden. Where everyone that comes to the walk goes to get a flower, and different colors represent different things. Like one color flower is if you're there because of someone that has passed away. Another is if you're caring for someone. Another is if you have Alzheimer's. You have a flower for that. And then just if you're there just for support.
Or you may not know the answer to this, but I wonder if many people that actually have Alzheimer's do the walk.
We do have some.
You have some,
that will come.
and that's a good thing. I think the fact some people don't even recognize it, but there is a period in time when I'm sure that they do, and fighting this disease is horrible. Pat Sommet, for instance, there was something special recently on her, and there's so much to be learned about Alzheimer's, and that's why money is so important.
Yes.
And I know you don't have to actually give money to walk, because you are walking for awareness, but you do encourage people.
We do. We
donate.
do. Fundraising is very important. That gives us funds for, like you said, research, advocacy, caregiver support, educational information.
I would encourage any caregiver to get support.
Absolutely.
To find out all they can about it. And there's something about the T-shirt, $100.
Yes, for $100 donation, you get a 2016. Where am I at? 16 Alzheimer's
Walk
shirt. Of course, we encourage donations of any amount.
Sure,
they all add up. Community sponsorship has been good this year. We can still take sponsors.
Open? Yeah,
sure.
You're still open for sponsorship, and we have this website along with the phone number. And if you're interested in sponsoring, I suppose you call these numbers and make your donation.
That's the Chattanooga Alzheimer's Association office, and they will take care of any sponsorships that you would like to do. Also, if you would like to form a team and come and walk with us, you can register at that website.
Oh, okay.
Register your team
be
there.
Registered before you show up.
Saves a little time when you get there.
Y'all have coffee for people when they get there?
We are going to have coffee.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. Probably a few other little goodies along the way. Coffee and water. And
so you don't have to grab your breakfast at home. You might just get a little snack when you get to the Civic Center.
Exactly.
And it happens, I believe, rain or shine. Is that correct?
That is correct. We've had a few that have been pretty rainy, but it's okay.
You know what? That's little in comparison to the disease.
Yeah.
What a person with the disease goes through.
Yeah.
I think in my heart, that spot that's the worst in the disease is when you start to realize that something's wrong, and you're still cognitive enough that you know that you've got a disease, and then all of a sudden you don't know that anymore. You cross a line that I do think, though, at least my experience with my mom, once in a while she would come back into the world. Very seldom, but once in a while. And it's one of the saddest diseases, I think, going. So I would encourage you to go to South Jackson Civic Center on the 10th. Did you say 8:30?
8:30 is registration.
Okay. You register, get a cup of coffee, get all geared up, bring a team, bring your mama, bring your dad, bring everybody that you can, because the more people that walk, the more awareness.
We had over 400 last year. We're hoping for more than that this year.
I really do think that's awesome.
We hope to see everybody at the walk on September 10th. Come out and join us.
We'll be right back in a moment with more Newsleader on 6.
doctor?
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
The Animal Shelter has served Tullahoma dogs for nearly 30 years. Now, you can help us build a bigger and better no-kill shelter. Your tax-deductible gift is matched dollar for dollar. So come on, bark it forward and donate now to have your tax-deductible gift matched. Make your check payable to the COT Shelter Building Fund and go to tullahomatn.gov to see all the unique gifts available for your generosity. For more details, you can call City Hall at 455-2648.
Welcome back. Tullahoma Community Coordinator Winston Brooks stopped by our studio to bring us the latest news on the Walk Across Tennessee program.
We are walking across the state of Tennessee in Tullahoma. You don't even, never have to leave Tullahoma.
Never have to leave town.
Walk across Tennessee and never leave Tullahoma. That's the greatest thing about it.
Well, do you have little signs up around town that say, this is Memphis, this is Knoxville?
We do, actually. We could put them around like that, but what we've done is, down at D.W. Wilson, there's a giant state map, and we have over 100 teams. I think we have 100.
That is incredible.
It really is. When Mayor Curley and Parks and Rec talked about doing this idea, I thought it was a good idea, but I never dreamed we'd get the response that we have had with over 500 people participating.
That is wonderful.
And so I see a lot of people walking around, and I'm wondering, if it's an increase because of the Walk Across Tennessee, and I think it must be. The fun things about the Walk Across Tennessee is every Thursday night up until mid-October, we're going to have a community celebrity walk out at Fraser McEwen Park on Thursday nights at 6 p.m. So last week we had the Tullahoma High School cheerleaders lead the walk, and this Thursday is going to be Alex Cornelius, who is Miss Tullahoma. So she's going to come out and greet the crowd and lead the walk. So come on out. Last week we had 75 people show up. So
that's great.
That's great. So part of the reason we enjoy walking is because of the camaraderie and the health benefits, meeting new people, and so that's part of why we put together this Thursday night event.
Now, where does that Thursday night event happen
so
again?
We meet at Fraser McEwen Park, near the Rocket Park.
Right.
And we take off down the Greenway.
Okay.
So come on out. The next Thursday is going to be mascot night.
Ooh.
Mascot night. So if you've got a school or a business that has a mascot, we're inviting them to come out and lead the walk.
So there could be cows, chickens, ducks,
dogs, chickens,
bulldogs, wildcats,
cats,
whatever.
ducks. You got the idea.
All right.
John Olive is going to come out with the football team.
Good.
And then one of the biggest nights, September 22nd, is going to be a local Tullahoma native, and we need to bring her by when she's here, by the way, Whitney Weiser. You know Whitney?
No, I don't.
Okay, Whitney has become very successful in the International Federation of Bodybuilding, and she's competing right now, or in September, in Las Vegas for Ms. Olympia.
Oh.
Yes. So she will be out there September 22nd. So she may be the person that's achieved the most notoriety in these stars.
Right.
So that's going to be our biggest star power at this point is Whitney Weiser on September 22nd. IFBB Bikini Pro, Ms. Olympia, hopefully by then. I know that'd be great, be huge.
Maybe we can get the Sheffield boys in town.
That's a great idea. We need to get them down.
Yeah. They'll probably by then might be through.
That's right, they might be. That's a good idea because the last two are some local celebrities, but we might be able to bump them if we got the Sheffield boys in.
Yeah, that'd be great to have both of them together.
That would be. It might be a little more star power than Chief and Chief. I'm only kidding.
Excuse me.
Yeah, one of them now is playing for the Yankees, right?
Right.
And that's something. That's awesome.
Justice.
Well, Tullahoma's always been a great baseball town.
It has.
Unbelievable the legacy it's got here. So also, real quick, on Tuesday nights, we've got Couch to 5K, which is it's designed to take a person who has never run a 5K, a 3.1 mile race, to that point.
Right.
And so
from a couch
we have
with a bag
people,
of Cheetos.
Every Tuesday night at the park, 6 p.m., we've got about 98 people signed up, so it's a good group. Everybody who wants to walk it and everybody who wants to try to actually run it. And we've got coaches and mentors, a totally free program. And at the end, they run the Jack Dash, which if they choose, they have to pay the entry fee to that. So that's the only expense.
Okay. And don't forget to tune in to this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include Marilyn Ewing, who will bring some of the cast members from Steel Magnolias, which opens this weekend at the Fly Center in Shelbyville, and will speak with representatives of the Cowan Railroad Museum, who have a music festival coming to downtown Cowan. All that and more on this week's Living.
Stay tuned. We'll have your weather forecast right after these messages.
Trucks, trucks, and more trucks. Keith Barnett here with the Russell Barnett Automotive family, and we have your next truck. From the Ford F-Series, the Ram, Chevrolet, or the GMC, then look no further than the Russell Barnett family. With over 350 new and pre-owned trucks to choose from, now is the time to buy. Stop by one of our 5 locations. That's Russell Barnett Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Chevrolet GMC, Ford of Winchester, and Russell Barnett Ford and Kia of Tullahoma, or visit us on the web at russellbarnett.com. Why buy anywhere else?
It's your trademark. That's something special everyone knows and remembers. It's your thing. It's made holidays special for decades and summers unforgettable for the entire neighborhood. It's made everyone laugh every single time. Don't let illness or injury keep you from doing your thing. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
What's a Tennessee vacation? It starts off like any road trip, and then, boom, adventure and thrills everywhere you look, which happens to be some of the most beautiful scenery in the country. Music here, history there, and all kinds of green in between. Come relax and unwind, or bring the crowd for some stargazing. Or stargazing. Whatever you do, come hungry and expect an awesome soundtrack. It's all right here in Tennessee. We're playing your song. For a free vacation guide, visit tnvacation.com.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1954 at 101 degrees. The record low was in 1950 at 49 degrees. Average high on this day is 86 and the average low is 62. Mostly clear weather expected tonight with a low of around 69. Mostly sunny weather in the forecast for Wednesday and Thursday, with a high on Wednesday of 92 and a low of 69, and a high on Thursday of 93 expected with a low of around 72. That's our Newsleader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.
Have a great evening.